friends, it's Mari here. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I just wanted to pop on here today and share with you some information about some cut files that you can purchase at scrapbook.com to help support efforts to support the Australian Red Cross Society in Australia, where they are fighting very, very devastating bushfires, wildfires there. And these fires are creating so much devastation in this country and in the world. And this cut file project that scrapbook.com has created to raise money for this cause is just awesome, and I really wanted to share that with you today. So I am going to leave a link in the description box below to the to where you can find the cut files over at scrapbook.com. I'm also going to leave an image at the end of this video to show you what the rest of the cut files look like. So I actually only used one of the cut files on my project. I did this in a pretty short sort of like turnover of time. So I didn't create a bunch of different projects, or I haven't yet, but just to share this with you and get the word out there, I did create this one project so that you can at least see what this is all about and to create awareness and hopefully help scrapbook.com raise money for the Australian Red Cross Society. So I'm just going to share this layout with you. I'll talk about it a little bit, and this is just going to be really super quick. You can then check out the link in the description box below and see if these are cut files that would work for you, or if this is something that you would like to purchase. So these cut files were perfect for me, well, obviously for philanthropic reasons, but also because I have some photographs that work really well with these cut files. So they worked really nicely into my stash and my process, the files that I have, and I was super excited to use this particular cut file that I have here. So you can see here, this cut file it says it's a small world. You could either use, like I did, use this portion of the cut file where you back it, or you could use the actual cutout. So there's a couple of different options that you could use with this cut file. I cut this out quite large because I wanted it to be sort of like the feature of the layout. I did cut this out with American Crafts Precision cardstock with my Silhouette Cameo. So you could also use your Cricut or whatever cutting machine you have in your stash to, or in your craft space, to cut the files. The other files that are included in this bundle for $5 are also gorgeous and amazing. There's a really cute image of a koala. There's some beautiful florals and so on. Make sure that you check it out. Like I said, I will leave a photograph in this as part of this video so you can see what the cut files look like. And then of course the link in the description box to the files. So I cut this, I backed the cut file with this paper that I had in my stash from Fab, I think. If I can find that, I will link it in the description box down below. I'm not really sure if I'll be able to. It's a piece of paper that I had in my stash that I wanted to use to scrapbook photos of my daughter and her husband from their Australian trip that they went on for their honeymoon. That was about a year and a few months ago. So probably about like 14 or 15 months ago. They spent almost a month in Australia and just had an amazing time. So this paper is actually really cool. You can see there's the opera house there, a famous bridge from Australia, and so on. Just some really beautiful images, some beautiful florals, and then in a really soft pale green, the word Australia there. So I just really love this paper. I just used that as a horizontal strip across the top third of the paper. And then I made the center part the focal piece with the photo and this beautiful cut file. I used a pattern paper collection from Simple Stories called Simple Vintage Botanicals to embellish my layout as well. So this pattern paper here, this strip is from that collection. I will leave that collection linked if you want to find that, if you want to duplicate this layout. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'll be able to help you find this paper, but I'm going to try. We'll see if we can find something like that if you wanted to create this project. These florals here, this die cut piece is also from the Simple Stories Vintage Botanicals. So is this butterfly and this heart. This is from the sticker sheet from that collection, as is this little heart down here, which is perfect. It says scatter kindness today. I loved that. What I did was I just, I printed my photo. I did actually use a filter on this, or not a specific filter, but I did put this photo into Lightroom and I adjusted the lightness of it. I wanted the photo to be really soft. I just wanted the background to just be really, really soft, and I like how that turned out. I just did a really simple matte with my photo. I popped my photo up on some foam adhesive here, and I matted it onto a piece of white textured cardstock, and you can see there's just a few other little pieces of ephemera in there just as layers. I've used a little bit of foam adhesive here too. The one piece that I just really love also on this layout is this die from Sizzix. That is the Sizzix Tim Holtz crochet border die, and that is a series of, I think I still have that on my desk. It's a series of 4 dies. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love these dies. I've used them a lot. You can see I've used some, definitely used some foil paper in there at some point. But these are really, really pretty. Actually, I think Sizzix just came out with in their Creativation release with a new series of those. And those are beautiful. So they just do a really nice job of doing some detail on the project here. I cut that out of some Basil Tutu pink cardstock and just put it across behind there with that little polka dot strip. The bottom of the layout is, that is from Pink Paisley Indigo and Ivory, Indigo and Ivy. And this is actually pattern paper. I wrote this down, pattern paper number 8. So this is paper number 8. It looks like this on the one side, and then it has this beautiful watercolor pink on the other side. So I used that on the bottom. And then of course I put this gorgeous cut file here. I lifted it up, gave it some dimension with some foam adhesive on the back there. And then of course it says it's a small world, and the O of world is the shape of Australia with the heart in the middle. I think this is a brilliant cut file. I think that you could definitely use this on a layout or on a project, whatever you want to do in your craft space. I think this is awesome. I also just finished off with a little bit of sewing around the edge, and that completes my entire layout. So like I said, I am going to leave a picture of the cut files at the end of this video and a link in the description box to where you can purchase those. They're only $5, and 100% of the proceeds go to the Australian Red Cross Society. Okay, that's all I wanted to say today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I hope to see you again here on my channel. Bye-bye.